It's Christmas when I'm doing this. I finally have all of the footage ready to go, so I'm excited to make this video for you guys because I've wanted to for a while. If someone is going to qualify for this list though, I'm gonna let you know one thing. They have to have not been a center in another group. So for instance, or in their group at all. So let's take Yujin from CLC. I was gonna put her on this list, right? Because I thought, dang, that's a really good performer. Then I realized Yujin was actually the center of CLC because I've never been a Cheshire. I was always a casual listener, so my brain just, I can't put her on this list, but she is an honorable mention. The other thing will have to be, if their group doesn't have a center position, even if their fans consider them the center, to me they're not an official center, so they can be included. We'll see that later down on the list anyway. If I do make a part 2, we'll see, probably not. I hope you guys enjoy this. Happy holidays, whatever you're celebrating. For me, it's Christmas, whatever, dude. Let's get started. If you are someone who does not think Yuna could be a center, I don't know what alternate reality you either live in or there's something wrong with you that I don't understand. I just don't. Like, I really don't. I feel like most people who watched her from debut can really see her being one. I understand why they didn't make her one, considering that Ryujin was definitely a face the public had seen. She had won Mix 9. Combined with the fact that Yuna was a minor and already the visual, I definitely see why they wouldn't make her the face of the group, considering she was a kid. If you are the center, usually you are the face of the group, which carries a lot of responsibility as a title. But I feel like if Yuna had debuted a little bit later, maybe with a slightly different lineup, I think she could have been the center of ITZY hands down. She's a wonderful performer who performs even when the camera's not on her, which is strikingly rare in K-pop. She also performs live while doing so because ITZY is one of the few groups that, despite audio-tune and lip-syncing, does perform live a good bit, which makes her an even more impressive person to boot this. To add on to that, at such a young age, Yuna has a decent grip on English and is obviously already fluent in Korean. She as well is starting to tackle Japanese, which gives her the ability to sing in 3 different languages, making her even more valuable. I honestly see Yuna as an asset to anyone who wanted to hire her, and her being a center in another reality is not a shocking possibility to me in the slightest.
2년 3개월차 연습생 최예나입니다.
I have to say, Jenna is to me someone who belongs on this list for basically breathing. While she was in IZ*ONE, she was able to do vastly different concepts in covers and in the group's official work. In concepts like Up or Spaceship, we saw a cuter side of her, or Pretty. Pretty was really cute, and she absolutely stood out to me happily in that concept. But she also did well with more powerful concepts like Highlight and Fiesta, but pretty elegant concepts like Violetta and La Vie en Rose were not beyond her reach either. It's very interesting to me, considering the group Yuna was most likely meant to be in if she hadn't ended up into IZ*ONE thanks to the rigging of the show. I'm just saying, I don't think she was popular enough to make the final lineup, but she certainly was still popular. The group she was meant to be in was Everglow under Yuhua Entertainment, which would have been a 7-member girl group but is currently a 6-member lineup instead, and I'm happy she wasn't, considering Everglow's stability is kind of interesting and weird, and the line distribution controversies would have been heinous, so I'm happy she's not in the group as much as I love Everglow myself. There are still problems with it. Although Everglow does a girl crush as their main concept for their title tracks, their B-sides like No Lie have more elegant concepts, and songs like You Don't Know Me and Salute and Don't Speak have more cute concepts. Everglow's shown versatility with their own concepts, so I think Yuna was likely a good candidate for that because she shows versatility in her performance style. Considering the fact that she will be a soloist, it doesn't surprise me at all considering how good of a performer she is. She has amazing facial expressions and body language combined, and I think she would make an excellent soloist or center either way. In an alternate universe, I would love to see her as a center in another group, but we aren't living in that alternate universe, are we?
저의 장기 촬영 날입니다.
The benefits Kim Lip has of being on this list, or any Luna member that I may put on here, is one, they have their pre-debut concept and also their subunit concept if they had one. That way they can show multiple different concepts in their sound and also in what they can actually do from cute to girl crush. Luna themselves also have the benefit of their concept as their lore, not really a brand. Even if they do girl crush nowadays more often, we've also seen them tackle teen crush, elegant, and cute in the past, and even more sensual stuff in their B-sides. Because of that, Kim Lip has been able to show off many different faces in many different concepts, and I've been impressed by almost everything she's done. She can do cute, summer, intense, teen crush, or girl crush concepts really, really well, and seems to fit all of them to a T, although I'd have to say her best has probably been So What. I think she can fit dreamy and elegant concepts like Butterfly and Voice too without thinking, really. She's an impressive performer, and she's a good enough dancer to pass as a strong center. I feel like if Heejin wasn't in the group, I could definitely see Kim Lip being the center of Luna.
미야키 사쿠라입니다. HKT48の宮脇さくらです。
The first incentive to having Sakura as a center would be popularity. She already performed in Japan for 7 years as a J-pop idol, then she came to South Korea and learned Korean, and worked with IZ*ONE, the biggest fourth gen girl group, from 2018 to 2021 for 2.5 years on a contract as a K-pop J-pop idol, but did absolutely excellent. She also showed herself on Produce 48 to be capable of more than what most people thought. Even if she wasn't the best singer or dancer, Sakura still had a lot of heart. She had a hardworking personality, and she appeals to the public very easily. She also has an existing fan base of fans that this year bought her a $36,000 ring for her birthday, so there's some money to be squeezed out of that one. And obviously the rumors about her being under one of the biggest and most well-respected companies under K-pop being hype at this point, and if she really is under the label with Taewon and they're making a unit, it's gonna be massive, inevitably. They could probably challenge some big girl groups out there right now, like IVE and maybe even Kepler. Another thing with her is, besides that, she's also bilingual from spending time in 2 countries, which is a nice touch. We also get Sakura being an interesting type of performer. She may not be the best dancer, but combined with her body language, the way she uses the camera and interacts with it, as well as the position of her head down to the way she uses her eyes, Sakura has a naturally alluring presence. She fits best with elegant and intense concepts, in my opinion, or things that are more J-pop-like or esque concepts. I think songs or concepts like La Vie en Rose, Fiesta, Secret Story of the Swan, and Panorama seem to suit her best. My favorite and most interesting concept, though, I'd like to see her pursue a little bit more, is like a type of girl crush that we saw her do on Produce 48 with the D4 performance she did with others. I would love to see an exploration of that type of concept in a way, because it's intense but not sensual in the way Blackpink is, or overtly sexy. It's more of like a intense, strong, hot girl song, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe it, but their interpretation on Produce 48 with that live band was really, really interesting. I'd love to see her do something like that. Sakura has a lot of potential, as well as a lot of potential income for you to gain from her, if that makes sense, of your company, so I don't see why someone wouldn't make her a center. It just doesn't make logical sense not to, unless you have a very specific motive behind it. Other than that, I don't really see why people wouldn't. Anyway, that's where the video ends. I hope you guys have a great day and had wonderful holiday season. I will be trying to come back with more videos. We'll see how it goes. I will see you guys another time.